All right, so leaving you guys with a little bit of suspense there to figure out the answer. So the answer for this one, do 45 times 10, divide that by 3. That's going to give you 150 millimeters cubed. 150 millimeters cubed. All right, so guys, number 5, pretty much the same thing. Try that one on your own. Check your answer on the notes key. Number 6, however, is not, okay? Number 6, it has that triangular base, but we're going to have to do some calculation to figure out the area of the base, okay? So to figure out the area of the base, that capital B, it's a triangle again, so it's going to be 1/2 base times height. So we know our base is just going to be 10 here, all right? That's our base right there. So we got that. But then we got to find the height of this triangle, all right? So it's an equilateral triangle because it tells us that all 3 sides are 10, okay? Meaning our base of that triangle is going to be 10. But then we have to find the height. So this is where we're going to have to use Pythagorean theorem again, all right? Or special right triangles if you want to. But we got to find that red line right there, okay? And it is going to form a right angle because, again, it's an equilateral triangle. So going from the top of that triangle down to the bottom, you're going to create a perpendicular bisector, okay? Because 10 and 10, it's back to chapter 5 where we did perpendicular bisectors. So if you have 2 congruent sides, you have a right angle down there. It also means that these 2 sides are going to be congruent, meaning that they're going to be half of 10. So I'm going to redraw this triangle that we have right here, okay, with all the dimensions in it. So if I redraw that triangle, all right, our height is right here. That's what we're trying to find. That's the height of that triangle. This side is 10. All right, I get that from right here. All right, that's 10. And this part down here, the other leg, is going to be half of 10. It's just going to be 5. So we are going to do, for this one, h squared plus 5 squared equals 10 squared, okay? Now you have to do 10 squared minus 5 squared, which is going to give you, it's going to give you like 100 minus 25, so that should be 75. All right. So and then we're going to take the square root of 75, which should be 8.66. So our height is going to be 8.66, okay? So, and we just got that from doing 10 squared minus 5 squared, getting 75, and then taking the square root of 75. All right, so now that we have found what the height is, we figured out that 10 is going to be our base. All right, 8.66 is our height. So it's going to be 1/2 of the base, which is 10. That's a B. So 1/2 of 10 times 8.66. Okay. So when we do that, it's going to be 10 times 8.66, and then divide that number by 2, and you should get 43.3. All right, and now we're looking for the height of that pyramid. It tells you what it is. It's going to be 16 from the top down to the bottom. So the height is 16. So to find the volume is going to be 1/3 of the capital B, which is 43.3 multiplied by 16. And when you do that, 43.3 times 16, take that number and divide it by 3. You should get 230.93. And it's going to be centimeters cubed. So that's your answer right there, 230.93. All right, guys. So we're going to get cut off here in a second.